Alright, I wanted to go ahead and do this video. Had a lot of my soul consciousness and all of that taken in the middle of the night. By them people over there, they were open yesterday and they opened, yeah, my memory, my consciousness is so fucked up I can't even remember. They're going to be open tomorrow. Like I said, one of the big ones, figured out what a soul consciousness is so I can be able to get her, but having an inept-ass spiritual team, you know, I was working with Anubis, Ra, you know, it's hard to get anywhere. Hopefully nothing bad happens because, you know, I heard if I, you know, it's always some intimidation shit, you know, the minute I do a video or something, like, even if, you know, I lay that out. The minute I do a fucking video or something, I'm told that things will get worse. I'll lose more of my consciousness. I might die in my sleep, which I suspect happened. I know I sound schizophrenic a couple of fucking days ago. They'll say things like, oh, you might die in your sleep, or you might lose this, or you're going to lose that, you're going to lose your connection to God. And none of that, you know, is ineffable. To me, especially in the spirit plane, impossible is impossible. You can always rectify and correct things with frequency. You know, I'm going to put that at the end. With that being said, I always get intimidated. You know, I had that double put on me. I had that double put on my child consciousness, which got ripped out yesterday, taken out and everything. You can use 694 hertz, 695 hertz, because I need all the spiritual betterment I can get, because it gets tricky. You know, I get told, oh, you use 3002 hertz frequency, your consciousness is going to end up under Tabarez, or there, Inez Arujo. That's the one in Blonde Pigtails. I heard that she boasted about putting something on me, and then, you know, I also heard in the spirit plane as well that she had killed a young black woman for reporting her cousin for rape, a young sex worker, which is neither here or there. I used to do that line of work as well. I'm being intimidated into not mentioning that, like something bad, there's going to be a bad outcome. You know, I was trying to get back my guy, my connection to God, which is through my dad and all of that. That kept getting fucked up. He is my father. You know, you can use 1715 hertz. I found one, but I think it just gets soul consciousness. 1715 hertz or 1714 hertz to get shit back. One that they annulled by taking over my consciousness is 295 hertz, which works the best. But I should just flout this shit and just fucking play. But it becomes a big risk because all of this shit be in you and be fucking with you by taking advantage of your inner entity attachments, and fucking with you through that. You know, I felt, you can also petition God for this as well. Maria Tavares, I believe the person who gave me the reading, her name is Elsa Serrano or Solano. And from what I understand, spiritually, she's linked to this Irene Inez Arujo, whose soul consciousness I know. She's the one in Blonde Pigtails. She's linked to her. You know, I got their license plate and all of that. Anyways, from what I understand, I'm being made to forget, her Archangel Michael, I think his name is Raul or something. You can use 694 hertz, 695 hertz to see, is really big into torturing me. And, you know, archangels ain't supposed to be doing that and stealing all of my stuff for that Elsa Solano for that May the 1st, 2024 timeline where I felt entity attachment just fall just now. Timeline where You know, like I say in the video, ad nauseum, something happened. And I, you know, been seeing squiggly lines for timelines now down to like, you know, just bulbs of light. And, you know, I saw the Grim Reaper's face 2 weeks later. Aztec Dead Mask, white mask superimposed on people's faces. I don't know what it is now, but like I said, I almost didn't wake up the other day. U694, 695 Hertz C was on Tuesday. And I feel like I'm in between worlds right now. And that happened right on the day something was supposed to happen to her. It happened right on the day where, not that, but where they were supposed to open is what I'm looking for. But these motherfuckers, Archangel Michael has been killing me off so that, from what I understand, they could, you know, steal my blessings in that timeline, killing off my spirit team. I want to be about something that I would lose everything if I was. Anyways, with that being said, from what I understand, in that timeline, she's doing telenovelas on Telemundo. Doing very well, and I heard her, you know, that she said something to the effect of, I don't care where I'm getting these blessings from, I'm happy. And that's all that matters. You know, with that being said, it's been hell. I was showing how much of my consciousness I got left, and I got very, very little. Very, very little. I feel like they're fucking with my connection to Ra or Anubis right now as I speak. They're trying to, you know, transmute that into something negative or block it. They were trying to... I'm going to say something right now. I keep getting closer to that. I feel in the spirit plane and everything. U694, 695 Hertz C. With that being said, that, you know, I did a video, by the way, talking about getting rid of saying the word. They almost got trapped by her, and by the grace of Ra, Anubis, I was able to get pulled out. Really, my God, I think, my Father, if I'm not mistaken, the highest self, really, it was my God. I feel Tavares all over my consciousness right now. From what I understand, she took it over and removed a lot of my entity attachments, killed them off and all of that, especially in the middle of the night, I believe. You can use 295 Hertz to get something back because she disabled my ability to play that frequency along with 695 Hertz. That's very good for getting shit back. You know, when I got under Ra, I was showing, you know, connection to the source and all of that. When you under your highest selves and all of that, it's like a network, you know, but it's like insurance under God. You always guaranteed and you protected, you know, which is very interesting. I was showing Papa Zuzu, I want to do a painting, you know, because of all this shit I've been told, no, do no painting, no, do, you know, spiritual. But for justifiable reasons, because of what's going on, I also want to do one of Baron Samedi and, you know, block it over there. With that being said, I was showing by Pazuzu, you know, that whole, I'm going to say something right now, that whole thing with sentient, with Starship Troopers with sentient bugs is mad true. But I was showing where they come from is like, it's bigger than the source and all of that. Our Cometian ancestors, it's a lot bigger. I feel them wetbacks fucking with me right now. Where them motherfuckers come from is fucking low. You know, I was shown straight up evil spirits and all of that. Quetzalcoatl and all of that. Toltec, Quetzalcoatl. Just evil ass shit. with that being said, they did something to get rid of my fucking ancestors and all of that. I had them coming in the middle of the night, the other night. I had them coming. And they were coming to help me out as much as they can. You know, my father especially, you know, anytime you people are ancestors, that's a problem. That shouldn't be. I remember the first time I got some, you know, I did something. I saw they were ancestors, and it was incontrovertible. Something ain't right. So I knew, you know, going back to the August 1st, August 22nd, 2022 timeline and all of that, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I can't stand this manipulation that's going on within. I even felt Tavares come through my consciousness talking. I wouldn't take everything that she has. I had my Archangel Michael removed. You know, white dude. He was gay when he was alive. You know, I heard he was brought in by Baron Samedi for the whole transracial shit that I was supposed to do later on in life. Looked like Sub-Zero, good looking dude. You know, I heard he was going. You know, like I say, something happened, put me back in my body. I'm being manipulated by this shit by like, oh, you say this and this gonna have this out. I felt when they brought that Dubby back and I saw my father fighting in that motherfucker. But anyways, let me go ahead and throw these cards with them. That's some evil shit them motherfuckers got on them. I'm gonna show you how they look. Got me sounding like a fucking schizophrenic. I wish I had a good spirit team to begin with. There's something about setting me up to be a prostitute, which is, they talk about doing that in the Illuminati. They do that to certain people. Heard they were going to do it to Madonna, where they set you up, where they just, you know, rape you, you know, constantly, like steal your ass for body parts. I'm dealing with that shit right now, and that shit's mad real, and steal your blessings on top of that. And that's what Tavares and all of them are planning on doing with some, you know, evil ass motherfuckers. They all them people in that shop that you see, including that guy who I heard raped an 11-year-old girl. And from what I was shown, and I felt it. I felt the timeline. They're doing very well. Making a lot of money doing tarot readings and all of that. Woman works as a maid, drives a Porsche, borrow from the people whose home she works in. So anyways, in the obstacle position, we got 5 of Swords. I feel like victory is almost way out of reach. With that being said, right here, we got the 7 of Pentacles. And you have, in the present position, you're going through a lot. And you're going through, I need to get Reiki. I need to be put back, because this shit here, I feel them tearing up my entity attachments, especially inner entity attachments connecting me to God, like again through my dad. Napoleon Williams Jr. Fuck right now. It's so bad. So anyways, in the present position, we got the Seven of Pentacles, and I feel like you're learning something, you're getting a kick for something, a feel for something. Future position, Ace of Pentacles. I feel like your fucking hands off of me. I feel something come through the wall. That's Inez Arujo. Again, it's linked to Maria Tavares. Her soul consciousness coming through and attacking something. And I know her soul consciousness's name. Isla Martinez. Isla. This is getting on my motherfucking nerves. I feel like something great is going to come your way. Something that's unexpected. Something that you don't see coming. Get your evil ass from out of here. I feel this shit manipulating my consciousness and trying to set it up to where I don't know what the fuck is going on getting confused and conflating things like what happened to my child consciousness. I blocked something that they're trying to send. Child consciousness the other day. This is just too much. This is some evil shit, and disable my ability to play 6,000 hertz. I felt my spirit team. I heard that they planned on confusing my consciousness to where I can't tell what the fuck is going on with them. I can't get my shit accurately back. You know, they busted my ability to play a very powerful frequency. It's 295 hertz, and with them controlling my consciousness, I don't know how to. And like I said, I saw that I got separated from my body the other day when I barely could wake up. Soul consciousness, I heard they stole. I don't know how true that is. Stop it. I felt that bitch put pressure. I just felt Maria Tavares put pressure on my fucking, on something just now on my shit and break something. That's what the motherfuckers be doing. I'm trying to preserve my shit as much as possible. And I know I sound schizophrenic, but this is a dead person when I'm facing is real. So anyways, Ace of Pentacles, I feel like something very positive is coming your way. Something that's going to help you out. For what's in the subconscious position, Eight of Swords, and I feel like there's evil motherfuckers at work, like what's happening with me and externally, that are fucking with you and are trying to keep you stuck. Future position, goals, Nine of Pentacles. You're going to be in a place where you're going to get a lot of help from ancestors. Eight of Cups. I see you moving in the right direction, moving towards a better place. Three of Pentacles. I see you getting help from people who you see it coming from, and, you know, good people who mean well for you. Fears in your hopes card, the Magician. I feel that you know that good things are going to come for you and arrive for you. and that is right around the corner. Ace of Cups. That's the outcome. You're going to get a lot of assistance, a lot of help, and a lot of people looking out for you. With that being said, if you want a more personalized reading, some evil shit, please contact me at ravenbyterror22 at yahoo.com. This is hell.